Hi, welcome to this week's Down the Shore.
For this week's show, we are on planet Earth, but most of our guests aren't because they're Trekkies. You're a Trekkie, aren't you, Bill?
Yes, I am.
Yes, he is. We're going to see some Star Trek memorabilia, and we'll meet a man who has a collection of porcelain Star Trek dolls, and we're also going to meet people who dress up as Star Trek characters.
So travel with us to a new world and a lot more. Hi, we're here at the Sony Seacourt in Toms River.
We're here with Bob Vossler, the captain of the USS Challenger. Bob, why are we here this evening?
Well, we're here doing a promotion for the movie Star Trek First Contact, which just released this weekend. And we're adding a little fun to the movie premiere and recruiting for some new members and just having a lot of fun looking at all the new movies out this season.
This is Anya. Anya, tell us a little bit about your outfit.
Okay, this is actually an outfit I made myself. It was an old sweatshirt which I added on the braid, I added on the uniform insignia. It's a representation of the early Star Trek uniform, which is known as Classic Trek, the series which featured Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock and the infamous Scotty, which ran from 1966 to 1969, which spawned a lot of the spin-offs, including this movie. And I'm wearing blue, which is representative of the science section, the very same section which the famous Mr. Spock was the head of. And all the makeup, the uniform, I made myself, which shows us that Star Trek fans are not a bunch of sad losers. We make our own, we do things, we make things happen. We're very active in all fields. I'm supposed to be a Vulcan, which is one of the earliest races introduced in Star Trek. They're characterized by the pointed ears, the upswept eyebrows, and although it hasn't come off very well, the greenish-yellow skin tone, because Vulcans are green-blooded. And a typical Vulcan is your tall, dark-haired, dark-eyed, straight black hair, telepathic ability, so intelligent they make Einstein look like a retard, and basically they were once a fierce warrior race, but 5,000 years ago they discovered the futility of their illogical actions, and they embraced the power of logic and the power of peaceful thought, logical action, and they are very active in the science, the arts, basically anything that involves brain power. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm totally attracted to that aspect of Star Trek. And also the fact that Mr. Spock was half human and half Vulcan, and it was this diversity, the infinite diversity and infinite combinations that is attractive about Star Trek, because in today's world where people are fragmented, races are fragmented, I'm one of them, that Star Trek is like a welcoming port in a turbulent sea.
It's true.
Yes.
Well, very good. That was more than I ever knew about Mr. Spock and his
Thank
race.
you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm in the classic movie uniform. This is your commander's logo, worn on the lapel as well as the arm. These are the pips for how many years you are in Starfleet. And this is just worn in honor of the 30th anniversary of Trek.
Hey, we're here with June and Kenny. You want to tell me a little bit about your uniforms?
Well, this one is security. It's gold and black. Security is basically to repel anybody who comes on that's not authorized and to save the captain from any harm.
Worn by what? Worf and...
Worf and
Lieutenant Yar
earlier in the show. It's the Next Generation that was on for 7 years on TV. So that's basically what security is all about.
And June, what about you?
I'm in the traditional cranberry red commander's uniform, which is popularized by captains, first officers, and lieutenants that are heading up the ladder of command. Basically, you'll see it mostly on the bridge, although they are usually the leaders of the away teams.
So who are some of the people that have worn this type of
Jean-Luc Picard, the captain of the Enterprise D, Commander William T. Riker, who's the first officer. Occasionally we have seen Counselor Troy in it towards the end of the series. Wesley was an ensign version of this when he came back from Starfleet Academy.
Around to conventions like this, or?
Yeah, I've gone to several, even taken a cross half of the country trip to Alabama for the 30-year anniversary. Seen almost all of them from every single series, although I'm still holding out for a couple from Voyager.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
I'm here with Matt Marone. He just won the collectibles contest. Would you tell us a little bit about your collectibles?
My parents picked it up in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, at an antique shop, and it's from Star Trek V, and it dispenses marshmallows, and you push down, and inside there's a little lever that pushes up on marshmallows, and it came with a spoon, but I can't find it, and it came with a fork also.
Now, did something like that actually appear in the movie?
Yeah, it was at the end, when Spock pulls it out to roast marshmallows.
Well, congratulations on winning, and you enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.
The USS Challenger out of Tom's River. My ranking with the USS Challenger right now is Assistant Ops.
And what does that mean for those of us who I'm not a Star Trek
Okay,
fan? So
Assistant Ops helps Head Ops for parades and what have you, making sure everybody's in line and what have you, and doing other things.
how long have you been with them?
I've been with them 2 years, and I thoroughly enjoy it, even though I've been as a closet trekker for a number of years, but I decided a couple of years to come out. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Okay, now you're going to tell us about your
The uniform is from the movies from 2 on up to 7. And basically, this is the insignia for Starfleet, as well as on the belt buckle. Your ranking is on your lapel as well as on your shoulder, on your arm. And these are your, how many years you have been in Starfleet. And it's very comfortable. And that's about it. I'll tell you about the uniform.
Okay. Now, you had mentioned earlier about the pin. Now, this is something...
Okay. Being as I bought all the stuff from this year for Hallmark figurines and what have you, this was a freebie, and this is their 30th anniversary.
No, that's not supposed to be there. You showed
No.
me on the picture here.
Yes, but unfortunately they didn't make
They've
it.
never
made it at any of the conventions that I've gone to and tried to find it. And there you go.
And now, what's the difference? Now, this is the next gen, right?
That's the next gen. The next generation, what they did for ranking, instead of having this as your rank, that's your rank. That's Admiral.
Okay.
That would be Commander, and that's Lieutenant.
So it's just the number of...
Just a number of
circles?
pips.
Pips.
Is what they call it.
What's a pip? I don't know
Pip
what a pip
is
is.
the round ranking.
I'm here with Scotty from the USS Enterprise. No, really, this is Fred from the Challenger, and he's a look-alike. He's going to show us some of the collectibles he brought today. So would you tell us a little bit about what you brought?
Certainly. I brought my doll collection, which is the 7 originals dolls from the original crew. There's Mr. Scott, Chekhov, Bones McCoy, Sulu, Master of Navigation, Kirk, Spock, and Uhura, okay? These are about 9-10 years old. I started collecting them. You collected them one at a time. And they come through the mail from Hamilton Collection. When Uhura came out, before she was delivered to anybody, her price tripled in price. So they really are collectibles. I don't know what they're worth now. They're over $300 a piece, I'm sure, maybe more than that.
Then how long have you had them?
About 9-10 years. I'm not sure. They came out around 86, 87, so somewhere a little older than the others.
Do you remember which one came out first?
Yes. Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk, yeah.
And then Mr. Spock, if I remember right. It's one of those two.
So what are the dolls made of?
The heads and the hands are made out of porcelain, except for her legs are made out of porcelain. The rest is just like padding, filling, whatever, just because they have their clothes on. They're dressed in the original costumes that they wore on the original series. Okay, and these little emblems, like this is engineering, this is science, that's whatever the characters were, that's what the dolls have on.
Oh, we'll get four around. The classes. Bouncing back and forth between categories. Okay, I will. Carlos Villarreal played a very famous role in the Spanish language version of a 1931 movie. Who did Senor Villarreal play? Dracula's right for someone like no Here you go. Okay.
What'd you get?
Come on.
I got this thing.
What is it?
It's a phaser.
Bajorn tricorder.
It's a what?
Bajorn tricorder.
Are you happy?
I'm thrilled.
Hi, we're here with two employees of Sony Theaters, Debbie and Tracy. And I understand that one of you or both of you have seen a new Star Trek movie?
I've seen it. She's going to go pretty soon.
So what'd you think of the movie?
I liked it. I normally don't go see a Star Trek movie, and I thought it was very interesting the way they had it done and everything. But it was really interesting, and it was an eye-catcher on it, and the music was good and everything.
So you haven't seen any of the other, whatever there is, 7? 8
No,
movies?
I have not. No. I'm an employee here, and we had the option of going and seeing the movie, so I went with a group of employees last night, and we saw it, and we all liked it a lot.
So Tracy, you're going to go see it. Why?
I like Star Trek. I've seen every movie, every episode.
Of the new, old, the ongoing, everything.
Everything.
Do you have a particular show or movie that you like, or
Not really.
you just like them all?
Hi, Mary.
Hi.
Thanks for having us over. Now, you have a lot of stuff. Now, let's see. First of all, we got to start with these. What are these?
Tribbles.
Tribbles. Now, these are from what?
The original series did a show called The Trouble with Tribbles. And these are creatures that do nothing but breed. That's their sole function in life. They just breed and purr and eat. And they were supposedly killed off until last night's DS9 show, where Odo brought one back from the past, and now DS9 is infiltrated with them. Klingons hate these things because they're sweet and kind and they purr a lot. And most humanoids, according to the show, like their purring noises. I guess they're soothing or something. I just think they make a cute noise.
What's this one's name?
Smokey.
Smokey, yeah, I remember that. Okay, now you have a lot of action figures here. You wanna... Now, this one I haven't seen yet. What's this here?
Okay, this is Worf. I believe he's from the last movie.
It says here, all good things?
Yeah,
So that would be
the last episode of Star Trek, Next Generation, that was on.
when they ended the series. Okay. And, all right, here's something else I have never seen before. What is this?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
They have their little uniforms on, so this is Captain Leonardo.
Yep.
That's cool.
And we have Engineer, where's his name here?
Oh, engineer Michelangelo, who's supposed to be Scotty. What's this one?
That's the same one.
Oh, this is the same one as that one. But they came out with 4 of them. One was supposed to be Spock, one was supposed to be McCoy, one was supposed to be Kirk, and one was supposed to be Scotty.
And what about this here?
This is the one little hand game that they came out with about 3 years ago. I haven't even opened it, so I don't even know how to play it.
Yeah. Now I notice you keep a lot of these things in the package. You want to tell us why?
Because if they're in the packages, they're worth more money. If I was to turn around and resell them. I have sold a lot of my figures in the past. We had literally crates of these things. We did sell off a lot of them, so we keep them in the boxes. This way they're always in prime condition.
Okay.
These are from Micro Machines. They first came out with little Matchbox cars, only they were like half the size of a Matchbox car. Then they came out with the Star Trek ships. This is the one set that has the bonus ship in it. This set isn't even out on the market anymore. Now they've come up with like 6 other sets.
Okay. And, all right, tell us about this here. Can I pick this up?
Mm-hmm, go ahead.
Okay.
That's a transporter. It's from Playmates, and you're supposed to be able to put the little action figures that you can buy separately, of course, inside, and they supposedly disappear.
They disappear, huh?
Yeah, you were supposed to put them in, and then you turn one of these little button thingies. We just took it out of the box for you guys to see it today. I don't even know how to use it.
Huh. It's really neat. So they've made a lot of these,
I see you have a, what is this back here, a bridge? This is the engineering station from the last movie, which was called Generations. The ship eventually blew up, so it's not even around in the series. That's the warp core, and Geordi or somebody's supposed to sit here.
And I see you have the space station from
DS9 space station. With the Enterprise in docking bay. And it even...
Oh, it turns?
Yeah, if I can...
And the battery.
There we go. It makes noises and lights up, but we don't have the batteries.
Wow,
Yeah, that one does.
Oh, it does? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, where is it?
Top perimeter.
Top perimeter. All right.
There are gray buttons and red buttons.
Oh, wow.
That's supposed to be their phasers, and the little lights shoot out from here, here, and here to ward off any Cardassians that might come around.
So they really go all out for these things.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of detail in here, too.
This is the bridge of the Enterprise from The Next Generation, which is also long gone. Captain Picard would sit here, Worf would stand there. There's the view screen. And this is, most of this stuff is all from Playmates, all the sets that kids could play with if they wanted to.
How about this here?
This is a shuttlecraft, again from The Next Generation. And if you, does this have batteries in it?
Not yet.
Not yet, no batteries, but it would make noises and light up, like the shuttlecraft from the series. And 1701-D is the Next Generation Enterprise, which blew up in the last movie.
Yeah, they have a new one for the new movie now, right?
Yes, they do. I don't have that model yet, or the action figure. I heard it's out, though.
The new movie, which is, by the way, premiering on November 22nd. Everybody go see it.
Mm-hmm. And we'll be there.
Okay, now, can you tell us about this?
This is a Klingon disruptor. It's the Klingons' version of a phaser, only a lot more deadly. The Klingons like to kill people very painfully. Ow. And little red light just shoots out.
Okay. Now this, I know what this is, because I won one of these last time we saw you. You want to tell us about that?
This is the Bajoran tricorder. The Bajorans are the planet that DS9 orbits around. They were previously occupied by Cardassians.
That's Deep Space Nine, if you don't know.
Lights up and it'll scan for life.
It's not reading anything. Okay. Okay, and what is this here?
This is the Next Generation Enterprise, the NCC 1701D. And I believe it too makes noises and lights up. Look at this. There you go, here. I know they're around here someplace. There you go. Nope, no batteries. That's the only problem when you get them in the boxes. They're supposed to, they have batteries, but from people going, try me, they usually go dead.
Yeah.
But, so we just took this out for the show.
Okay. And what about this back here? I see the original.
This is a set that we got a couple years ago. Came out. It has Spock and Kirk, Chekhov, Scotty, Ahura, Sulu from the original. The bridge here that you see is just cardboard, but the figures are a collectible item, so we don't even open it. Although I did buy two when I did open. That's not here.
Now, I noticed that they have the figures out for all the different series.
Oh yeah, they make an incredible amount of money on the figures. There'll be several different issues of Roar, or then they have classic figures, they have Next Generation figures, Deep Space Nine figures, and Voyager figures. So you can imagine if I couldn't even bring them all out. This is a three-dimensional chess set, and it's the Next Generation's chess set that they had in their 10 forward. This is from the Franklin Mint. It's one of my babies. I'm still paying for that. And here we have one of the newest releases in Star Trek memorabilia is Barbie and Ken as Kirk and some kind of yeoman. This just came out, and by December, this should be going for at least $300. And I just got it, and I paid $55. So there's a large market, especially when it's got the name Barbie on it. And then we have the ornaments, some of them. We couldn't bring them all out. Most of these were last year's ornaments that came out.
How many did they come out within a year?
It started out at one, and now you never know. It's year to year, you never know how many are going to come out. Last year we spent, I think it was $150, and that had to be about 6 ornaments, 5 or 6 ornaments, because they're about $20 a piece. And like I said, this isn't all of them. This is a chess set from the Franklin Mint that came out a while ago. Well, not the little cars. Cat. The little figures sit, they're pewter, and they sit on top of what they called a dilithium crystal with the board. And if you picked this up, there would be a holding spot to put all of your little...
And what do you get them, like once a month you get one of them?
Yes, every other month you get sent 2. It's usually either 2 gold ones or 2 silver ones, depending on what month it is. Okay.
Oh, you got this one over there.
This is Christine Chappell, who was the nurse in the classic Star Trek series. She was Dr. McCoy's assistant. This is one of the few dolls of her that's around. There isn't many female characters that were made into dolls back then, from the show. And this is Kes from Star Trek Voyager, which is the newest series in Star Trek. And believe it or not, she's no compo, and she's only 2 years old.
2 years old.
2 years old. They only live to be 9 years old, and by their years, I guess it is.
Now, I noticed this one. Tell us about this.
Okay, this is a Ferengi, DS from Deep Space Nine. This is Quark. He runs the bar. And this is autographed by Armin Shimmerman, as you can see.
And Armin Shimmerman, if I'm not mistaken,
Is
is
from
from
Lakewood.
in our viewing area. So anybody watching from Lakewood, Armin Shimmerman, who plays Quark, comes from your hometown.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week's show.
We hope you enjoy it, and we hope we'll see you next week. But until then, live long and prosper. Bye.
Bye.
Nobody wants to say the first goodbye. Every time I see you cry, I know it's true.